So this week we're adding a little bit of color to go wild with the Caribbean Flamingo, one of the largest and brightest of the flamingo family. Back with me again is Hope Zoo curator Joey Brown.
Hello.
Hi Joey.
How you doing?
Let's go inside. Outside of Hope Zoo, is there anywhere in Jamaica that I can find the Caribbean Flamingo?
There are some parts along the south coast where seasonally the flamingos will migrate here, but it's only through certain parts of the year. But they are found all throughout the Caribbean, Mexico, and all the way down through South America. And we actually only have about 3 Caribbean flamingos here, but in the wild you'll see them in groups of 100 or even thousands that live in these flocks of thousands of flamingos.
Yeah. So I noticed that they're in the same area as the ducks.
These are actually our Peking ducks. And you know, commonly in the wild, ducks and flamingos will share the same waterways. The word flamingo is actually derived from Portuguese, which means red goose. And if we get close to them, you'll hear them, they make this honking sound, almost like a goose. And when they fly in the sky, they actually fly in these big groups and they fly in like a V, just like geese do. So that's where the name comes from.
So question, if they can fly, like why do they stay?
So one of our flamingos actually came from the wild here in Jamaica, but it had a serious injury where it couldn't fly anymore. And so because we are a wildlife sanctuary here in Jamaica, we work with the government, like NEPA, to help rescue kind of injured wildlife. And this one was never able to fly again, but so we've given them a good home. They eat on a lot of kind of microorganisms in the water, shrimp, algae, crustaceans. They actually, if you see their feet, they have this kind of webbed feet, almost kind of like a duck, and they'll kick up the mud, which kind of kicks off all those micro-invertebrates and insects in the water, and that's what they eat. You see like that hooked bill they have?
Yeah.
So they'll actually stick their head upside down, their bill upside down in the water, and they have this special kind of filtering mechanism in their mouth where they can filter the water that catches all these insects and microorganisms. So that bright pink color comes from carotenoid pigments in some of the shrimp and other prey items they eat. If they were not to eat that, they'd have a much more pale color. The females will often lay about 1 egg a year, and when that baby's born, it has these gray, it's really cute, but there's no pink to it whatsoever, not even for the first year. They're more of like this gray, fluffy coloration. And then once they start feeding on the shrimp and other kind of mollusk and crustaceans, that's when they start getting those bright pink colors again. They feed their babies by what's called crop milk. And so it's not like what you think, milk coming like from breastfeeding. It's actually a milk they produce from the digestive system that they kind of regurgitate. And it's neat because both the mom and the dad will help feed the baby. So both the mom and dad can produce this crop milk, and they'll take turns feeding the baby when it's on the nest growing up.
Okay. What's their lifespan like?
Around up to 50 years. 40 to 60 years. 50 years right in the middle is their life.
How much does it cost to maintain the flamingos at the zoo?
The flamingos are actually incredibly expensive because of their kind of essential diet requirements they need. We have to import special feed from the US, and especially to keep that bright color. There's only one company in the United States that makes this kind of flamingo pellet food that's necessary for the proper nutrition and for them to keep that bright color. And it costs, easily $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Just
that's US?
US, sorry, yes, US, because we're importing it from the US.
Yeah.
And that's just to import that feed, and we have to do that every couple months.
So that's it for this week's Wild Adventure. I hope those flamingos brighten your day. Join us again next week to learn about some more animals here at the zoo. Until then, I'm Kelsey.
I'm Joey.
Go wild.